Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 2 and today we are going to talk about a diary of a wimpy kid. But first of all, let we introduce ourselves. There are Ari Oktaviani, Tiara Gita, Diajeng Sukma, Aulia Zahra Wahdani, Kenya Humaira, and Arfiani Alia. Now let's move to the third slide. As you can see here, it's the table of the contents that we will discuss about today. There are plot summary, theme, setting, character and characterization, atmosphere, and power relation analysis. The first topic is plot summary. This book is a diary written by Greg, where he tells his daily life through words and pictures. Greg is a young boy who is currently in junior high school. In this book, he tells everything that happened to him. He has an older brother named Roderick who loves to play drums and owns a heavy metal band. Roderick also misbehaves because he always tricking Greg. Greg has a younger brother named Manny whose parents always spoil him. Greg has a best friend named Rowley who always plays together. At his school, Greg is always looking for ways that he can become a popular kid. He once ran an election, volunteered, and even pretended to be sick so he could get a lot of attention. However, Greg's attempts always fail. At home, Greg's parents sometimes pick on him and his two brothers. Sometimes, they also do not support him in doing something. Why Diary of a Wimpy Kid? The title is Diary of a Wimpy Kid because the main character is such a wimpy kid. Wimpy is weak and cowardly. In the story, Greg as the main character always looking for ways to make him become a popular kid in his school. He once ran an election for student government, volunteered, and even pretend to be sick to get a lot of attention. However, Greg's attempts always fail, and it's because of himself. For instance, like when he was running for student government, he wrote fabrications about the other candidates just to make him to be the winner. The next one is theme. The theme of this book is Slice of Life. This book tells about Greg's life as a middle schooler, especially his relationship with his family, friends, and other people. And the third section is setting.
The setting of Diary of Wimpy Kid. Time, September until June. Place, at school and neighborhood. 4 is characters and characterization. This is the main characters. 1 is Greg. He is selfish, childish, and feeling superior. 2 is Greg's father. He is smart, supportive but picky, and caring. 3 is Greg's mother. She is caring, wise, has favoritism between her children. 4 is Rowley. He is obedient, friendly, and brave. 5 is Roderick. He is misbehaved and passionate. The last one is Manny, who is Greg's youngest brother. He is spoiled, innocent, and mischievous. This is the side characters. There are Fregley, Chiragupta, Rolly's mom, Rolly's dad, Mrs. Craig, Mr. Underwood, Mrs. Norton, Patty Farrell, Uncle Charlie, Mr. Winsky, and Colin Lee. 5 is atmosphere. The atmosphere of this book is complex. There are the example. 1. Fun, when Greg hang out together with Rowley. 2. Tense, when Greg and Rowley chased by teenagers on Halloween night and when they being bullied by their seniors. 3. Unpleasant, when Greg's father didn't support Greg's choice. 4. Cold, when Rowley avoided Greg after a small conflict. 5. Warm, when Greg's mom gave him advice, etc. 6 is power relation analysis. The first power relation is domination. The category is peers. The subcategory is friends bullying others. The evidence in page 114. The quotation is, I saw Archie Kelly getting hassle in the halfway after 5th period today, so it looks like I can finally start to breathe a little easier. The interpretation from the quotation and the picture is, actually the puppy is Greg's nickname, but he makes it look as Archie Kelly owns it. In the end, Archie was the one who bullied because of the nickname. And the second is category is peers. The subcategory is ignoring others after conflict. The evidence at page 189. The quotation is, in fact, now that I think of it, Rowley has been totally giving me the cold shoulder lately. The interpretation is, after the incident, Rowley starts getting mad at Greg and finds another friend to replace him. Since then, Rowley never plays with him anymore. Rowley shows that he can be friends with others.
Next is still domination power relationship between peers, and the subcategory is ignoring others after an incident. The quotation is, it got me out of doing the square dance unit in physical education because no one would partner up with me, and I've had the whole lunch table to myself every day, on the page 216. In this page, Greg is being abandoned again by his friends because he told them that he has the cheese touch. Then other students influence others to stay away from Greg. Next is still between peers, and the subcategory is tricking other. And the quotation is, Rowley kept asking to switch places and have me be the one who rides the big wheel, but I'm no fool. The thing was hitting 35 miles an hour and it didn't have any brakes, on the page 137. In this page, Greg doesn't want to switch places with Rowley to ride the big wheel because he knows that it will be tiring. Next is still peers relation, and the subcategory is one is being pushed to do something. The quotation is, the kids at my school are always itching to see a fight. Me and Rowley tried to walk away, but those guys weren't going to let us go until they saw us throw some punches, on the page 207. In this page, Greg's friends push him to have a fight with Rowley, and he can't avoid this because a group of people is more powerful than just two people. Next is still between peers, and the subcategory is one feeling anxious. The quotation is, I was pretty sure I could take Rowley in a fight, but the thing that made me nervous was the fact that Rowley takes karate, on the page 207. In this page, Rowley has more strength than Greg because he knows how to do martial art while Greg doesn't. It makes Greg feel not confident of his strength. Then there is a domination power relationship between siblings. The subcategory is sibling being tricky, and the quotation is, a couple of days into summer vacation, Roderick woke me up in the middle of the night. He told me I slept through the whole summer, but luckily I woke up for the first day of school. But I guess I must have made a pretty big racket because the next thing I knew, Dad was downstairs yelling at me for eating Cheerios at 3 in the morning, on the page 11 to 12. In this page, Greg told about how his older brother, Roderick, tricked him. He did that without any reason. Older siblings seems to annoy their younger sibling just for fun. Next is still between siblings. The subcategory is sibling being tricky. The quotation, I know that if I sang the song and Roderick recorded it, he would keep the tape forever and use it to humiliate me for the rest of my life, on the page 110. In this page, a big brother wants to embarrass his little brother by recording him when he sings in a show, so the big brother can make fun of his little brother. The second quotation is, "Earlier today, me and Manny were horsing around in the basement. I found a tiny black ball of thread on the carpet, and I told Manny it was a spider. Then I held it over him, pretending like I was going to make him eat it." On the page 133. In this page, Greg bullied his little brother by lying to him that the tiny black ball was a spider. He also pretended to put the ball to Manny's mouth. Next is still between siblings, and the subcategory is youngest sibling privilege. The quotation, "Mom and Dad protect Manny like he is a prince or something, and he never gets in trouble even if he really deserves it." On the page 21. In this page, Greg complained about how his younger brother is always protected by his parents. His parents are never angry if he did something wrong because he is still a baby. This feels unfair to him because Greg often got scolded by his parents. Next is the domination power relationship between adults and children. The subcategory is children being ignored. The quotation, "I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I am super good at video games. I bet I could beat anyone in my grade head-to-head. Unfortunately, Dad doesn't exactly appreciate my skills. He is always getting on me about going out and doing something active." On the page 24. In this page, Greg talks about how his father always thinks that video games are bad. Sometimes parents always judge children's hobby by stereotype. Not all video games are bad for children. Next subcategory is child being threatened by their parents. The quotation, "Dad yelled at me for about 10 minutes, and then I guess he decided he'd rather be in bed than standing in my room in his underwear." On the page 38. In this page, Dad threatened Greg verbally after he did a mistake. The next quotation is, "Dad wasn't really happy when he saw what Uncle Charlie got me. He told me to either throw it out or give it away to charity." On the page 118. In this page, we know that before this, Dad never agreed to buy a Barbie dream house. So when Uncle Charlie got it to Greg, Dad was angry and told him to throw it out or give it to charity. The next quotation is, "Usually if you messed up in front of Dad, he just throws whatever he's got in his hand at you." On the page 39. In this page, Dad threatened his children by throwing whatever he got in his hand to his children, so that Greg will not mess something up again. Next subcategory is child being controlled. The quotation, "Mom, are you having fun?" Greg, "Yeah." Mom, "No video games for a week." On the page 40. In this page, Mom uses her authority to make a rule for no video games for a week to control Greg. The next subcategory is children being ignored. The quotation, "I tried to show Rolly's dad our original plan to prove that we're really running a legitimate operation, but he still didn't seem convinced." On the page 59. In this page, Greg tried to explain his plan, but Rolly's dad made his own decision without hearing Greg's explanation. The next quotation, "I had to explain that the only way to get totally bulked up is to get the kind of high-tech machines they have at the gym, but Mom didn't want to hear it." On the page 88. In this page, his mom didn't want to listen to him even though Greg tried to explain it.
Next is still in the power relation domination, and the category is adult children, and the subcategory children being controlled. The quotation, "Dad came into my room to see what was going on. I told Dad that Mom was making me sign up for the school play, and that if I had to start going to play practices, it would totally mess up my weightlifting schedule. So that means tomorrow I've got to audition for the school play." In page 96. And the interpretation, Greg didn't want to join auditions for winter play because it would ruin his skating program. He thought that his dad would support him, but his mom seemed didn't care about it. And next is still in category adult children, and the subcategory children not involved in decision making. The quotation was in the picture, and in the page 117. And the interpretation: Greg wants Barbie dream house for his toy soldier, but his father doesn't agree to buy it. However, his mom agrees to buy because she wants Greg to make an experiment with whatever kind of toys. His parents argue without involving Greg's opinion. They make decisions by themselves and Greg must obey it. Next is in category adult children, and the subcategory children are given punishment. In the quotation, so that's why I got sent to bed at 7, and I'm not downstairs watching the New Year's Eve special on television. In page 135, and the interpretation, the spider incident made Craig had punishment from his mother because he bullying his little brother. He ends up to bed at 7 and didn't allow to watching the New Year's Eve special on television. Next is in category adult children, and the subcategory children being controlled, and the quotation, I was heading up to Rowley's today to play our big wheel game again, but mom said I had to finish my Christmas thank yous before I went out anywhere. This is in page 137, and the interpretation, his mom uses his power to make Greg stay at home and doing his homework. She allowed Greg to hang out after he finished his homework. The next is category teacher-student, and the subcategory is student being accused. The quotation, the winner was whoever could shake the headphones off in the shortest amount of time. Right in the middle of our game, Mrs. Craig came around the corner and caught us red-handed. She took the music player away from me and started shouting us out. I was going to tell her that there weren't even any batteries in the CD player, but I could tell she didn't want to be interrupted. So I just waited until she was done and then I said, yes ma'am. This is in the page 34 until 35. And the interpretation, Greg and Rowley were playing with CD player and headphone. There weren't any batteries in it because Rowley forgot to bring it, so they just shook their heads until the headphones off. Suddenly, the teacher came and accused them for listening to rock and roll music. The teacher didn't even ask them or try to turn on the CD player. So in this case, the teacher is so wrong for accusing students without knowing the truth. The next is in category teacher-student, and the subcategory is student being controlled. The quotation, Mr. Roy said you weren't allowed to write fabrication about the other candidates. This is in the page 48, and interpretation, Mr. Roy makes a rule not to read fabrication about the other candidates because it can be an unhealthy competition. Next is in category teacher-student, and the subcategory is student being oppressed. The quotation, apparently Mr. Weinstein got a call from a parent who said they witnessed Rowley terrorizing the kindergarteners when he was supposed to be walking them home from school, and Mr. Weinstein was really mad about it. Rowley said Mr. Weinstein yelled at him for about 10 minutes and said his action disrespected the page. And in the page 179 until 180. The interpretation, as a teacher who has given him the responsibility of the position on the safety patrol, Mr. Weinstein was really mad at him because one of the parents said that Rowley terrorizing the kindergarteners when he walked them home from school. Mr. Weinstein thought that Rowley was totally wrong. Rowley was feel depressed because he sure didn't do what Mr. Weinstein said. Next is in category teacher-student, and the subcategory student is given punishment. And the quotation, anyway, Mr. Weinstein told Rowley he's going to have an apologize to the kindergarteners tomorrow morning, and that he's suspended from patrols from a week. This is in the page 181. And the interpretation: as a teacher who has given him the responsibility of the position of the safety patrol, Mr. Winsky told him to have an apologize to the kindergartners, and also he would suspend Rowley from patrols for a week as the punishment.
Next is teacher-student relations. Student is given punishment. The quotation is, "When I got to Mr. Winsky's office, he was really mad. Mr. Winsky told me that an anonymous source had informed him that I was the little culprit in the worm chasing incident. While I was sitting there getting shouted at by Mr. Winsky, blah blah blah. Then he told me I was relieved of my safety patrol duties effective immediately." In the page 186 until 7. The interpretation is, Mr. Winsky scolds Craig for telling lies. As a teacher, he has the authority to scold Craig for bad things he has done. Here, scolding is given by a teacher to discipline a student. Mr. Winsky punishes Craig by revoking his safety patrol duties because he has done a bad thing during his service. Punishment is given as Mr. Winsky has the authority to discipline his student. Next is still teacher-student relation, but the student is being controlled. As in the picture, Craig Havley, please report to Mr. Winsky's office. In the page 186. The interpretation is, at school, teachers usually use speaker to call their student to the office. These rules must be obeyed by students because teachers is the highest position in the school. From the picture, Mr. Winsky commands Craig to report to his office, so Craig have to come. Now it's senior-junior relation. Junior being oppressed. The quotation is, the big kid grabbed Rowley and dragged him over to the chase. In the page 210. And the interpretation is, the big teenager bullies Rowley by dragging him over to a disgusting thing which is avoided by everyone. This act of bullying can affect his mental state later on. Next is for power relation egalitarian. The category is peers, the student being competitive. The quotation is, well, he broke his hand, and now he has to wear a cast, and today everyone was crowding around him like he was a hero or something. I tried to cash in on some of Rowley's new popularity, but it totally backfired. I realized Rowley's injury thing is a pretty good racket, so I decided it was time for me to have an injury of my own. I took some gauze from home and I rubbed up my hand to make it look like it was earth. In the page 141 until 3. The interpretation is, Craig is jealous of the attention that Rowley got from his schoolmates. Craig wanted to get it, so he tried to act sick but failed because no one paid him any attention. Still in peers relation, friends being helpful. As in the quotation, that's when I decided to speak up. I told everyone that I knew what happened to the chase. I said I was sick of it being on the blacktop, and I just decided to get rid of it once and for all. In the page 215. The interpretation is, Craig is telling everyone the false truth. He is trying to protect Rowley because he knows that Rowley is a weak boy. Next is also peers relation. The subcategory is respect to others. As in the quotation, Rowley's got me a big wheel. I guess I would have thought this was a cool gift when I was in the 3rd grade, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with one now. Rowley was so enthusiastic about it that I tried my best to act like I was happy anyway. In the page 131. The interpretation is, Craig tried to appreciate Rowley's gift for him because Rowley's looked enthusiastic. Actually, he didn't like it because this gift should be used by the children in the 3rd grade. Other subcategory is one being appreciated. The picture said, will you put us in your comic? Sure. In the page 205.
And for the interpretation is, Rowley's friends ask him to put them in his comic because they think his comic is amusing. They enjoy his work. The last for peers relation is appreciating their friend's effort. The quotation in the page 216 said, "Well, if Rowley appreciated what I did for him last week, he hasn't said it. But we have started hanging out after school again, so I guess that means me and him are back to normal." And for the interpretation is, Craig's effort to protect Rowley is being appreciated. Rowley starts to act friendly to Craig. Now is for adult-children relation. One is being cooperative. As in the quotation, I told Dad that I was running for student government, and he seemed pretty excited. I asked Dad to drive me to the store to get some supplies. In the page 46, the interpretation is, Dad being cooperative, he supports Craig who runs for student government. Dad also knows his responsibility, so he drives Craig to the store to get what he wants. Next is for children receive affection. The quotation in the page 52 said, "Right when it looked like the chainsaw guy was going to catch me, Mom stepped in and bailed us out." And for the interpretation is, Craig and Rowley protected by Craig's mom because she loved them.
The next one is egalitarian power relation between adult and children, and the subcategory is children receive affection, as we can see in page 123 and 125. Uncle Charlie brought a big trash bag full of gifts, and he pulled my present out of the top of the bag. The package was the exact right size and shape to be a Twisted Wizard game, so I knew Uncle Charlie came through for me. He told me he had my gift for me out in the garage, and the reason it was out there was because it was too big to wrap, and when I walked down to the garage, there was a brand new weight set. So in this page, Greg really hopes for Uncle Charlie because previously he also bought Greg the toy that he wanted even though it was wrong. The package that Uncle Charlie gives to Greg has the exact right size and shape as the toy that he wants. And his dad gives Greg a brand new weight set because he saw Greg really enjoying exercise before. The next one, still egalitarian power relation between adults and children, and the subcategory is children respects adult. As we can see in page 126, I didn't have the heart to tell Dad that I kind of lost interest in the whole weightlifting thing when the wrestling unit ended last week, so I just said thanks instead. So in this page, Greg no longer likes exercise, so he didn't look excited about the gift. However, he still appreciated his dad by saying thanks because he didn't want to hurt his feelings. The next one, still egalitarian power relation between adult and children, and the subcategory is children are given advice. As we can see in page 182, at dinner tonight, Mom could tell something was bothering me, so she came up to my room afterward to talk. I told her I was in a tough situation. I didn't know what to do. I got to give Mom credit for how she handled it. She didn't try to pry and get all the details. All she said was that I should try to do the right thing, because it's our choices that makes us who we are. So in this page, Greg is confused about the unintentional thing that he has been done to Rowley. As a mother, she came to Greg's room to meet her son. After that, she asked about what happened and then gave Greg advice. She said that Greg should do the right thing because it was his choice that made him who he is. The next one, still egalitarian power relation between adults and children, and the subcategory is children receive affection. As you can see in page 185, When I got home, Mom was waiting for me at the front door. Mom took me out to get some ice cream as a special treat. So in this page, Greg decided to do what according to his mom's advice. His mom waited Greg at the front door, and when he got home, she took him out to get some ice cream as a special treat because he already did his best to tell the truth to Rowley. And the next one, still egalitarian relation between adults and children, and the subcategory is children receive affection. As we can see in the picture in page 203, from the picture, Greg's mother shows her affection to Greg by giving him his lunch, which is he left at home. And the next one is teachers and students power relation, and the subcategory is student being trusted. As you can see in page 152, I went up to Mr. Winsky's office and signed myself up, and I got Rowley to sign up too. I thought Mr. Winsky would make us do a bunch of chin-ups or jumping jacks or something to prove we were up for the job, but he just handed us our belts and badges on the spot. In this page, Greg and Rowley heard that there were some openings on the safety patrols before. Therefore, they decided to come to Mr. Winsky's office, and then they signed themselves up. Mr. Winsky handed them their belts and badges on the spot. It means that he believes in giving the responsibility of the position on the safety patrols to the two of them. The next one is teachers and students power relation. The subcategory is student is being appreciated. As you can see in page 187, later on today, Rowley got reinstated as a patrol. And get this, he actually got a promotion. Mr. Winsky said Rowley had exhibited dignity under false suspicion. So Rowley is rewarded by Mr. Winsky because he told him the truth about the real culprit in the worm chasing incident. This shows that his effort to tell him the truth is being appreciated by Mr. Winsky. The next one is teachers and students power relation, and the subcategory is students being appreciated. As we can see in page 204, it was Zooey Mama. And of course, Mr. Ira didn't change a single word of Rowley's strip. So Mr. Ira doesn't change Rowley's comic strip because the joke he made doesn't have bad things in it, so he likes it. Rowley's effort to make it funny is being appreciated. And the last one is senior and junior power relation, and the subcategory is junior being respected. As we can see in the picture in page 211. So the big teenagers trust Greg's fake information that he has a dairy allergic because he says something related to health conditions. They show respect to Greg's condition even if it's a lie because it might be fatal for his health if it was true. So I think that's all the presentation from our group. Thank you for your time and attention for tuning in our presentation, and we're really sorry if we had a mistake in it, and thank you and have a good day.